So in my last video, I promised that I'm going to be giving you an update on Veto. And today I'm telling you everything that happened. The downloads, what worked, what didn't, and what I think would personally make it better. I'm also going to be telling you guys about what I'm building next and why it's completely different from how it is. And it was this one moment in the story where I still can't believe actually happened. It's like this specific day, but we'll talk about it later on. So let's get into it. In my previous video, I talked about building Veto, a simple calendar app that doesn't have big features or anything really special about it. It was just a simple calendar app that I would easily be able to code while I learn how to market properly. I've been working on several different apps, and each time I just couldn't figure out what was working and what wasn't. So I decided something simple to just ship out fast would be great, and I did. So I pushed to the App Store and I waited. And on day one, I had a total of 2,200 impressions, which by itself is a lot more than how much my other apps was making. My second highest impression was 1.9 thousand impressions. So the fact that this one day beat it out my all-time second app. On the third day, I had a total of 3,020 impressions. And this showed that Apple did push my app and it did showcase it to a lot of people, but I just didn't acquire as much as I could have. I had a total of like 0.6 to 1% conversion rate, having about 30 people or 40 people download my actual app. And later on, it did fall, but within 3 days, I had a total of 60 downloads. And I looked into the retention stats, hoping that people are actually using my app and coming back. But I found out that I had a total of 0% retention, meaning users would come in, but would never come back. All those impressions and all those downloads just to find out that nobody was using my app. And honestly, I had two theories why this was happening. And I tested it and I did find a mistake. How I found it was I uninstalled my app and I reinstalled it. And I'm not kidding, the first 5 seconds I found the problem. The onboarding screen was honestly just not good. Users would come in and just see 3 different pages filled with text. Instead, I decided to make it so that users would be able to create events and also schedule it on their day so they get their first accomplishments. I also allowed users to add notifications so that they can keep coming back. And honestly, I was hoping that this would work. This was something that users would want. And with new features such as templates and fixing previous bugs that was inside my app, I thought this was a great update. And I pushed it, hoping that this would be the solution. And every single day that I checked, there wasn't any progress. There wasn't anything going up. And it's quite obvious why. Apple has pushed my app and has seen that nobody wanted it. My conversion rate wasn't getting better. My app wasn't getting better. And people weren't staying as much as I wanted them to. And after all this, I lost all hope. My app wasn't going back up. I did an update that I thought would fix it, but still hasn't. And honestly, I just had to try figuring out another solution. So honestly, I had all my hopes down. Retention was down, my impressions were down, the update wasn't actually working properly. And I remember going on YouTube and specifically finding this one video about a person creating an app within 3 days. And this is a speed challenge, so he's supposed to be going fast, but instead, he still went for quality. He didn't rush things, and he had good looking screenshots. He added things that I never thought, such as adding multiple languages into your apps. And honestly, he took time to work on things. The localization specifically took for me because if you do a bit of research, you'll find that Apple will actually push your app even further because it has multiple languages. They push you to more regions, you get more data, you get more downloads. And I'm here just watching here thinking, what was I doing? So immediately I added French, Spanish, and German into my app, meaning I had 4 total languages together. I also added a feedback page where users are able to add their own opinions and features that they would want to have in the next update. And I finally pushed the app and I knew this was the update that was going to change it all. This time, I believe something was going to happen. And then I'm not even kidding. On the same day that the app got updated, my TikTok blew up. Yes, a TikTok that I made about how much money I made from my 3 apps blew up. A total of 150,000 views in 3 days. And not just my Veto downloads went up, but all 3 of my apps got downloads. You can see all of them have just a little spike on that specific day. One small video did so much more than thousands of lines of code. And that just can't be a coincidence. The comment section was filled with people that loved the honesty and also related to the honesty. And that video taught me so much. I always knew that marketing was a way. I always knew that this was going to be the only way you can showcase your product. But I didn't know that a singular video had so much influence. You could have one day just 5 downloads and barely scratching anything. But in one viral video later, you're going to be able to get 10s, 20, 30, 40 downloads in a singular day, depending on what the video is about. So, what did I learn about Veto? Well, firstly, I definitely think screenshots had the worst impact. Because everybody is using the same templates from the same websites, conversion rates will go terribly. I currently have a 1.44% conversion rate, showing you how bad it is. And I honestly think if I took time to learn how to actually create beautiful looking screenshots, that conversion would go from 1.44 to 14%, so 10xing my downloads. I don't really think adding multiple languages to your app when your app is already dead is a good idea. Instead, you should try prioritizing screenshots and enhancing your apps overall, and most of all, marketing your app. You can add languages if you're about to launch your app, but when your app is dead, I highly suggest doing other highly effective things instead. So now with all the knowledge that I was able to receive from Veto, what will I be building next? Well, I think I'm going to go back to my previous app, Veltoai, and completely rebuild it from scratch. There were so many errors and problems with the old app, and the UI was always a terrible thing that I just didn't appreciate. There's also features that I could add that would make it better, and most importantly, I really want to learn how to do screenshots with this app and see how much more impactful it is if I do custom screenshots. If you do not know what Veltoai is, it's an AI business coach that helps you generate 3 daily tasks every single day about your business specifically. It basically helps you go to a specific direction, and it teaches you things and learns from your mistakes and always gets better over time. It uses your actual data such as revenue, followers, and soon we're also going to be doing content performance. So I can look at your YouTube, your Instagram, your TikTok videos and give you suggestions based on those. And I've not really seen any single app actually do this inside of mobile. I want to try getting at least 20 testers before my app launches. If you're a young entrepreneur or just somebody that wants to start a project, go to one of my TikToks and comment down, and I'll try having a conversation so that I can try giving you the app for free so you can test it out and give me suggestions. I'll talk more about this on my next YouTube video. So subscribe before the video launches. And honestly, after everything I just told you, you don't want to miss what happens next.